Hello, everybody. The four people who are going to watch this? No. Luckily, more than four people do watch it, or at least part of it, and some of them turn it off. Anyway, I guess I don't really care because these things are pretty much just about me, and yeah, so that's all there is to say about that. Anyway, I don't know what the beginning of that is all about, but I guess I'm giving you an update here. I work at the hardware store. I've got work tomorrow at 10. It's almost 4:30 a.m. So I'm going to get up in 5 hours to go to work. And, I'm still not crazy about it. So, it's not a bad job. It's just not something that, it's not something that I feel like is my natural, what I was meant to do. It's not really, I don't know if I was meant to do anything. I've been thinking about, talked with I went to a music festival not too long ago, Gathering the Vibes, East Coast. Had a good time there. But I guess every time I go to one of these things, there's all these gorgeous hippie chicks around. I mean, not too many because there's a lot of also, it's like, I don't know. I guess there's the same percentages of good-looking women and ugly women almost anywhere. Although that depends, I mean, you go to a college. I don't know. It's something about UCSC. There's like a lot of freaking good-looking women there. I don't know, but I think almost any college has a pretty high share of good-looking women. And I guess what I'm saying is just that I don't know. I thought that I had these irrational ideas, I had this idea that I was going to, we've already gone over this before, but I was going to be able to, play piano. And, maybe I say everyone's going to love me. Well, ideally you want to believe that, I could eventually get some, ladies interested just based on my piano abilities. Because, it's like with rock stars, it's like, even though people say, well, groupies are trash and the whole thing, not trash, but just not the kind of relationship you want to have and things like that, they're like, they love you for something that you did, which is the music. Well, actually, that's not true. Some people say they love you for the power or the position that you're in, or they love you just because you're respected by other people, or because, I don't know, everyone's cheering for you and shit like that. But the nice thing is that they make it clear to you that they're interested. They know the words to your music, or they're huge fans. They buy all your albums. They're in love with you for your artistry. Also, maybe at least, I mean, on some level, because obviously they could pick some other artists to be in love with. So, I don't know. Basically what I'm saying is that, I am getting older and older, and I'm going to start going to bald hair pretty soon. I'm losing a little bit of hair, and luckily it's been staying, for a while. But I know I'm bound to go bald. I'm already 27. And it's getting to the point where, it's obvious to me after 7 years of playing that I'm not going to be in a band that's good enough to ever attract the ladies, naturally, without having to put a lot of effort forth, without having to be, sort of like, well, if I can muster up the courage to ask them out, you go on a date, they judge you, they make judgments about you, they decide whether they like you or not, you gotta make the first move, blah, 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 this, that, the other thing, all this procedure, and I just don't want to I never wanted to deal with the procedure. I thought I could, just be a good musician and have more options that way, and find someone who's more willing to take the initiative, I guess. But it's clear that isn't going to happen. And if I'm going to make a relationship work, I'd have to actually, put a lot of effort into myself. And I don't know. I guess that's something that I've never really wanted to do because I've always lacked in confidence. I'm not exactly, what's it called, swinging kind of dude. I mean, I don't really, don't know how to be a man. Basically, I'm not really a man. I'm still kind of a boy. And you think that maybe there's some girls who like guys that are just boys. But probably not many. Most women want their guy to be a man. I'm a boy, so I mean, I'm not a complete boy. There's some things that are kind of like man-like about me, but I, there's a lot of responsibility to be a man, and that's what women need. They need someone who's responsible, and I'm definitely not that responsible. I'm working on it, but it's not like I really want to be that responsible. It's hard. And I know I probably should be already, and probably people say you should be, but if you don't absolutely have to be, then you don't absolutely have to be, and that's the bottom line. And as of yet, I'm not. I still feel like a boy, because I want to. I think on some level, because I don't want to be jaded. I don't want to become an adult like everybody else and have to deal with the jaded world of adulthood. It's just something I'd rather just pretend that it doesn't exist for a while. Anyway, so that doesn't put me in a good position, because even if I were to form a relationship, it's a good possibility that it's not going to last, because any woman would think I was being too immature because I didn't want to, I don't know, do any number of different things, and so it just leaves me wanting all the time. It's like outwardly, it's tough for me too, because outwardly, with my clothes on anyway, I don't think I look, I'm not a bad looking guy. I'm not like model material, but I'm not bad looking, and I feel like I sense from a lot of girls sometimes that they might be interested if I said something or did something to make that first move and everything, but I never do, because it's just I don't have the confidence. I don't have any confidence. So basically, nothing ends up ever happening, and I always wonder, well, what if I said something? And I guess it's something where the only way I'm going to ever get the confidence is if I basically get surgery to make my body look, in my eyes, normal. Because I still don't look normal to myself. And also just need some kind of accomplishment to make me feel like I'm worth more to the world than just being a good brother and son and cousin and things like that. My family loves me, but that's about as far as my personal accomplishments go. Anything else that I've done is nothing that anyone would be particularly impressed with. Any stranger. So I don't know. It's tough. I find myself constantly wanting for, I guess a relationship, and I'm just not prepared to have one, and I may not be for another 20 years, and by then my expectations are going to have to come way down, because I'm not going to look like I look now. At least I'm young now. As I get older, I'm going to become less and less attractive, and I'll have to lower my standards, and I'm not crazy about having to lower my standards. So anyway, there you go. I don't know why. This is just what I'm saying today, and maybe I'll do another video here at some point when I can be more optimistic or something. All right.